What's up guys, and welcome back to my channel. If you don't know who I am Liz, and I make lifestyle, minimalism, and vegan types of videos here on this channel. If that sounds like something you'd be interested in, be sure to hit that subscribe button and don't forget to turn on the notifications button. Today's video is one I'm really excited to film. I've been wanting to do this for so long. It's been driving me crazy, and that is decluttering my makeup. And as a bonus, I'm going to be depotting my eyeshadows into a Z palette. This was the thing that I was waiting on. I had to order this to be able to do this because I couldn't find it anywhere in stores. So I ordered it off Amazon. I will link it down below. And a Z palette, if you don't know, is a magnetic palette that you can just take eyeshadows and put them all in there and kind of make your own palette. That is what I'm going to be doing today because I have so many eyeshadow palettes and I don't wear every single color in here, and I'm not really interested in every single color in all of these palettes, so I want to consolidate it to one palette. Easier for travel, easier for storing, not as much as a headache as it is to look at all of these. Additionally, I think I'm going to order another one and do one for all of my face products and have everything neatly organized in my own palettes. So for now, I am going to go through and declutter. So in my makeup, I have this big makeup bag that I'm just going to be getting rid of altogether because I don't need this. And it's huge. I mean, I haven't even taken the cardboard packaging out of it. That shows how much I use it, right? So I don't need this huge makeup bag anymore. This is my everyday makeup bag. I'd like to get a nicer one because this one is all stained up and gross. But for now, this is what I use for my everyday makeup, and maybe I'll invest in a nicer one, but it's not a priority right now. So let's just start the first part of this by going through and making sure I want to keep everything, and then I'll go on to the depotting process. So most of the stuff in my everyday makeup bag, I know majority of it I think I'm keeping, but I'm just going to go through it anyways. These are all my brushes. Way too many. I'm going to keep my IT Cosmetics ones because those are my newest brushes, and they are all synthetic brushes. So all of these silvery ones I'm going to keep, and they have their own case, which is nice. I don't need this eyebrow brush. It's a MAC brush, but you know, I really don't need two eyebrow brushes. Here's another silvery brush. As for my face brushes, I use this MAC brush for blush, so I am going to be keeping this one. I'm also going to keep these two brushes. These are for when I want to do more of a detailed eyeshadow look. Aside from that, these are just my miscellaneous brushes, and I don't think I'm going to be keeping this one. I'm also going to be getting rid of this one. This one is just broken. The pieces pop off, and again, it's a double-ended brush. I just really don't like them. I'm going to be getting rid of this stippling brush. I have another stippling brush by IT Cosmetics, and I don't need two of them. I'm also going to be getting rid of these two MAC brushes as well. I think I'm going to get rid of this one. I have a big powder brush already. So I think I'm going to keep this one. This is just an e.l.f. brush that I use for highlighter, and I don't have one like it. And then this one I'm going to get rid of. I never use this one. So, good amount that I'm getting rid of, good amount that I'm keeping. So as for makeup, first thing I'm getting rid of is this Dr. Jart BB cream. I've had this forever, and I just really don't think it's healthy for me to be using it still. I'm also going to be getting rid of this Tarte powder that is just all crumbled. I don't know why I even still had this in there. I'm also going to be getting rid of this Stila liquid eyeliner. I loved this liquid eyeliner, but I've still been using this, and I really don't think I should be. If I want to continue doing liquid eyeliner, I'll just force myself to buy a new kind. This is like a mineral eyeshadow, and I hate mineral eyeshadows. I think they're just not worth the mess, so getting rid of this. These are some eyeshadows that I'm going to be depotting. It's from a NARS eyeshadow palette. So I've got these two bronzers, and I only want to keep one. I think I'm going to go with the NARS Laguna bronzer and get rid of this Tarte Park Ave Princess bronzer. Oh, another brush I'm going to be getting rid of is this weird beauty blender brush. I got this as a gift, and it came with the beauty blender, and I like the beauty blender, but I don't like the brush. And I have two little blenders. I really like this purple one better, so I'm going to be keeping this one and just giving it a good washing. I'm going to be keeping these two blushes and hopefully depotting them in the future. I'm going to be getting rid of these two lip products. I'm not a huge fan of lip products, and the stuff that I do have I'm happy with, so I'm going to get rid of these two. I'm going to be getting rid of this Pacifica palette, and you might be asking like why. Pacifica is a great brand, it's great, cruelty free, but this makeup is not great. It's like a cream based makeup, but it's just, I don't know, it's not very pigmented, and you have to like really build it up, and I'm not crazy about the way it looks. Next up, we've got my MAC Mineral Skin Finish. I'm going to be getting rid of this because I've had this for way too long, and I think it's time that I get a new highlighter or something because this one is just so old. It's scary. Another blush that I'm going to be keeping, this is a Too Faced blush. I really wish it wasn't heart shaped and it was just square, because I know this is going to be a pain in the butt to depot and like fit into a palette, but I'll make it work. Next, this mascara, I'm going to be getting rid of this. It's a vegan mascara by Earth Lab Cosmetics, but I got this sample a while ago, and I don't know, I just have a mascara that I like so much better, which is this one. It's the Pacifica Stellar Gaze Mascara. It's just so much better, and it's also vegan and cruelty free, so I'm going to be getting rid of this one. And then we've got my NYX Jumbo Eye Pencils. I think I'm going to be getting rid of this one because you can see like the top of it is like smushed down. I'll probably just keep the white one just to have, it's really great for highlighting or for building lots of color on top of if you wanted to really like show through with the color. So that's it. That's everything I've gone through. That's everything I'm getting rid of, which is quite a lot. I mean, it's kind of like half of all of this makeup that's here. I've got these 4 eye palettes that I need to depot and condense into this one small palette. So I'm just going to be doing this on top of like a towel, and I'm going to try doing it without the straightener method first to see which ones kind of will just pop out. And if I have to get the straightener out, I will, but I'm really hoping I don't have to. And I also have a nail file. So I'm going to do this palette first. This is my favorite palette. I have this old pocket knife as well, which is like really dull. It doesn't really cut very well, so it's not very like sharp. And this part is free. So now you just pull this sticky part, and there's this foam backing, and if you can get this foam backing off, you can easily just like pop these eyeshadows out. And that's all of the eyeshadows free. Moment of truth is, are these ones magnetic? And they are. Perfect. So I'm actually not going to put them in the palette yet because I want to depot the rest and kind of have a look at all the eyeshadows and see which ones I want to keep. So I'm just going to do the same method. There might be some casualties if you like accidentally stick your finger into one of the eyeshadows, but that's okay. And you can always repress eyeshadows. And I am not going about this in any particular way. I'm kind of just trying to get as much of this bulky cardboard away from the shadows as possible. So actually, you can see here, these eyeshadows are just held in between like a few layers. Like they're just on this like paper thin layer right here. So if you can get this piece out, you can easily get these eyeshadows out without using a straightener. And all I did to do that was like go on the corners right here, you can see, and you just pop up this corner and you can expose all of the different layers. And it's just a matter of working the cardboard out. You can see this is like just the layers between the eyeshadows, and you can see how thin the layer is that these eyeshadows are on. So then, you top them out. So I'm going to leave Half Baked and the two eyeshadows on the end here just in the palette because I know I don't want those. While I love Half Baked, I have a newer version of it in the Naked 2 palette that I'm going to keep. Now the Naked 2 palette, which is going to be a bit more difficult. Oh look, another brush. Oh, well, maybe not. Two of them literally just popped out. It's like they knew I was filming this video. So I've seen people do the Naked palette, you know, declutter. Oh, and I'm just gonna get rid of this brush. And they seem to like stick something in here and, you know, loosen this up and pop this out. So once you get the bottom part off, and you might notice some of your eyeshadows just fall out if they're not glued nice, which is a bonus, you have the shadows exposed underneath, and again, like, these are just falling out. I'm just gonna kind of bend this like back and forth. And you can also just like press the corner of the shadow and they just like pop out. Obviously, if your palette is made better than mine, it might not work, but that one did. And Foxy, I really don't think I'm going to keep. I never use Foxy. It's like a yellowy. So I just want Blackout because I have another matte black, but I'd like to have two. Of course, the last one is just going to give me the hardest time. But even still, I got it out. And with minimal chipping. Only lost a little piece of it. So that is the Naked palette. So I'm gonna go wash my hands real quick. I'm not sure if I'm going to depot this palette or not because it is a really great travel sized palette, so I might keep this one as is, and see how many eyeshadows I can fit in here. If there's a lot of room left in here, I will definitely do this one as well. So now we have all of these beautiful eyeshadows and we get to put them in the palette and see how well I can get this to fit everything. Okay, so after so much like struggle, I was able to fit almost all of these eyeshadows in here, which is incredible. And the only ones that couldn't fit are these ones, which I don't even really wear that much, so I'm not even that mad about. I could easily just pop these two back in the NARS palette, but you know what, I'm not going to. I'm just gonna get rid of it. So yeah, I'm amazed. I obviously can't fit these ones in there, but I'll just save this one for travel. And this is what the palette looks like. I'm really happy with the way it turned out, and I'm amazed at how I was able to fit so many of these in here, and I'm really excited to start experimenting with these eyeshadows now that I can see them all together and just like easily mix and match them. So this is all of my makeup together now. This is everything I own, everything that I'm keeping, and I would love to get maybe a large palette and depot all of these face products as well. And I'm really happy with the way this turned out. My makeup is very easily accessible now, and I highly recommend doing this if you've ever thought about doing it. It's fun and it's very rewarding when you have all of your eyeshadows together. And this is everything that I'm getting rid of. Quite a lot of stuff, if I do say so myself, and the case as well. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, make sure to give it a thumbs up, and if you'd like to see me depot my face products into a palette, please let me know in the comments below. And I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you haven't already, be sure to hit that subscribe button, and I'll see you guys in my next video.